Lords of the Fallen is a pretty strong, Western-developed Souls-like. My name is CouchCoop, and the last time I looked at this was patch 1.5. We're going to cover 1.6 briefly, but most of this is about 1.7. You heard me mention Western video game there. There's currently a bit of a differential, shall we say, between studios based in the East and their development with modern AAA video games. And the creator and founder has been banned from the game's subreddit because of gender ideology issues. They never pull up for this sort of stuff, do they? They never have massive protests and force the devs to increase the number of genders available on the character creation screen. It's funny that. As if Western devs don't have enough on their plate with the industry literally crumbling under the feet of some of the biggest studios in the West, full stop. Some would say they brought it on themselves. Lords of the Fallen 200% didn't. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way. So just looking at some of the patch notes for 1.6, I've noticed that there is some Steam or PC-centric performance and improvements on some of the running of the game itself. If you aren't aware, the game did sort of stumble out the gate back in October of 2023. It had some performance issues across the board, and that was what my last video was really focusing on, was how well optimized it is for the PlayStation 5. But it's even better because I didn't look at 1.6, going straight into 1.7, straight up. That performance mode looks gorgeous, beautiful PEG 60. Didn't really have any complaints with that mode over on PlayStation 5, and didn't even look at quality because I was enjoying that high frame rate activity. Because it's a Souls-like third-person ARPG, there's no harm in that. The roll distance has been changed for 1.7. It is massively noticeable. I feel it's a broader distance travelled and more immunity frames within. Not a bad thing, but didn't really have major complaints on the original system, to be fair. They have also reworked the stamina system, apparently, making it a bit more generous, allowing you to be a bit more risque and keeping the flow of the game going. Along with that enlarged roll and a dodge cancellation, you've got yourself quite a free feeling and quick Souls-like here. I'm a fan of the changes, I just didn't think they were massively urgent. Lords of the Fallen has a very chunky feel for me. I like the sounds that come out of the pads, the squelches when you slam someone's head with a two-handed sword swing. It was more Mortal Shell than it was Lies of P, but that coolness is still in there. It's just been refined. Doing this sort of stuff like level navigation, trying to find small secrets and dealing with mini bosses and smaller old enemies, discovering new sort of species and things hidden up. It's kind of my favourite section of a lot of Souls-likes, and this game really does push on it. But I will say some of the stages are like massive. They're too big and I get lost. You go around in circles, you can't find the boss, let alone fight it. And that one maybe just be an issue with my seriously bad lack of direction. A click in one of the sticks just to show you the way would not have gone amiss. A bit like the old Dead Space. But I think some of you will say that involuntary exploration within a Souls map is, again, half of the fun, and getting lost and stumbling across things, dead ends, working out how the whole level looks in your head, because there is no mini-map. There's nothing to click and say, oh, I am here. That one takes some getting used to be fair. A little bit of a graphical flex here. I feel like some of this lighting has been adjusted. It looks better, but that might just be me and the placebo kicking in, because we've had 2 patches go past since I logged into the game. Combat does feel a lot more free-flowing, and when you're focused on something and you sort of dodge, avoid around it, the camera totally keeps up with you, and that's why I stick with the 60 frame. The quality mode is in and around that, with a 40% improvement on resolution, but I don't want to rock that boat. The NPC hired help, the silhouettes that you get outside of a boss fight arena, apparently have had a bit of a rework. They are slightly more user-friendly and available. They would not always spawn in. I thought it was something to do with whether you'd used an item or earned the right to have a helper in, but every boss fight since patch 1.7 has had, all of the available helpers as a roster at the entrance of the mist. The Grievous Strike has also had a rework giving you a massive R1 prompt when that is open. Again, I didn't feel that was too unobvious, but this is even more good news for people who aren't familiar with the Souls setup and want a sort of welcoming set of instructions and intro to the game. You certainly have that now. Sticking on the subject of boss fights, and this was there a long time ago, but I've started enjoying it because I've got a handful of them done, and it's been able to go back and challenge them individually in the arenas and get the rewards, which is really important if you want to buy something cool. Loads of the bosses, particularly the early ones, are quite easy in this game. Say that because I'm currently playing Wukong and I'm also right in the middle of Armored Core 6. Wukong, I will put the link to the video in the description. The same with AC6, and get this, I never reviewed Nier 2, the PlayStation 5 free remaster from the PlayStation 4 game. So that will be next up, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Team Ninja are kind of rocking at the moment. I will put the Ninja Gaiden Black 2 remaster link in the description. Also, I was Couch Coop. I will see you down there.